I notice a lot of people talking about like, oh guys, we need to have unity. Guys, pray for unity. Don't let politics divide us. But I don't know. Look, am I wrong for this? I want division from this. I genuinely want division from this. When I see Christians who are like, no, we should be voting for Trump for this, and then there's Christians who are like, we have to vote for Kamala. Between Kamala and Trump, if God had a preference, we should have all been aligned with God's preference. So some of us were aligned with God's preference, and some of us were going against the will of God based on who we voted for. And it's like, I want division. Like, some of y'all are not hearing from the Spirit. You could say it's me. You know what I'm saying? You could say the Trump supporting Christians, we're the ones not hearing from God. But I'm not gonna lie, the Christians who are pro Kamala, like, without fail, from what I've seen, they're compromised and all this stuff. Bro, I want the wheat and the tares to be separated. Like, bro, a lot of people faking it. A lot of people, they put their identity as, oh, I'm a minority and I'm a woman. They put that over the will of God. Some people, they prioritize God to the point where it's like, they'll make a decision that outwardly to the world, it doesn't make sense. How could you support that? But really, that might be what God wants. And people might be like, whoa, how could you say that as a Christian? But it says, Jesus literally said he's coming to set families apart. Jesus literally said that he's coming to bring a sword. You know what I'm saying? He did not come to bring peace. If you're so triggered that I support Trump, then let's divide, separate yourself from me. Hold on, guys. I'm about to react to this video because apparently it kind of relates to what I said, talking about how I kind of low-key support division. Low-key, I like it. So let's see, because this guy is talking about how like a family got divorced or something over the election. So I'm just curious.
I stumbled upon this video this morning, and this is probably the most alarming video I have seen, definitely since the election.
Donald Trump's voters are already facing the consequences of their votes, and we are now seeing panic, fear, and regret amongst individuals in the MAGA community.
This video has 1.7 million views. It was posted 2 days ago.
Their families will no longer talk to them. We are seeing signs of this instant regret all over the place.
It's so sad because this is the fallout of selling people this narrative. It's worth throwing away what is most important, which is family. There's nothing more important than family.
Here is a woman who voted for Donald Trump, who is now devastated that her family, her grandma, her mother, her sister, will not speak to her anymore. Watch this.
My point of making this video is to say that I am very happy, and I expressed how happy I was. And I'm not going to be sorry for that. I'm completely heartbroken that my family is taking it how they are. I never did this to them when Biden won. Never. If you don't like me because of who I voted for and you have to unfollow, go ahead. My own family.
This is just really
Okay, so yeah, bro, but my whole thing is like, this is what I'm talking about, right? Because she voted for Trump, and it wasn't her who distanced herself from Kamala voters. It's the Kamala supporters who are distancing themselves from the Trump supporters. And that's what I like, right? Like, I'm not saying you have to be the one to force the division, right? I think naturally it'll happen, right? And that's what I actually agree with this. Like, yeah, let's divide. Like, if you really don't rock with me like that, like, all right, cool. You know, I actually agree with this. And unfortunately, it's sad for her in this moment. But I feel like in the long run, she's going to be around a better community of people, right? But it is sad that, you know, families are literally being destroyed by stuff like this. But this was spoken about in the Bible. That's what Jesus said was going to happen. Families will be set apart. But I agree with this, though. I do support this. And I've had it, bro. People, bro, in group chats that I'm in, bro, so many people just left group chats. After Trump won, like, bro, a lot of people left group chats. A lot of people just, I don't know. Look, y'all be watching too much TikTok, too much CNN. Like, y'all got to get off that. But let's keep watching.
tragic stuff we're seeing.
Look at his response here. It's truly remarkable. At first you think he's going to be the voice of reason, but no.
This is not an isolated case. The thing is, no one's rights were at risk when someone voted for Kamala Harris. That is not the case for those who voted for Donald Trump. And here's another story along those lines.
No, he's actually encouraging it and trying to justify it.
I voted for Trump. My wife sent me divorce papers. What do? I didn't even know it was possible to be served divorce papers this quickly. I don't even know what to say. I am shocked I married somebody willing to throw away our entire life over politics.
This is going to suck. This is going to be painful for someone in a position like this, and there's nothing I can say to make them feel better. Though I think that if you're dealing with someone like this who's divorcing you over something like this, you don't want to be married to that person to begin with. There's just
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like it's a division where it's like, I'm leaving. Like they think that they're like, they think that they're in the right. They think that they're justified in leaving. But really, that's a toxic person. That's a sleeper agent. If you the type to really destroy relationships over politics, like that's low-key spooky. And yeah, I'm glad that you want to distance yourself from me, and I'm going to be around more level-headed, normal people. You know what I'm saying? So in the moment, yeah, that John hurts. Like, dang, my wife is leaving me over because I voted for Trump. Like, yeah, that hurts in the moment, but I'm telling you, this is a good thing. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. And the Bible says that all things work together for the good of those something like that. Look, y'all know the word is written in my heart. You feel me? I just don't know it like that. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
just something off, that it has nothing to do with politics. And if you try and make sense of this through a political lens, you'll just drive yourself crazy.
Last week we were happy. Today we are getting divorced. She won't have a discussion. She says nothing will change her mind.
They will never change their mind, and they refuse to ever even talk about it. That is the definition of ideologically captured.
Insists she is going to report my parents because they live off of disability, but my dad does some cash work auto repair, so now I am worried for my whole family.
If you're dealing with someone like this who's divorcing you over something like this, you don't want to be married to that person to begin with. There's something that is deeply flawed within someone that would do this that goes way beyond politics.
She said, quote, "I guess you're finally going to really know how it feels to be effed by a Democrat."
And according to this guy, this is a good thing.
Well, what you could do is not vote against the interests of the women in your life. Another user online shared the following story. My conservative cousin has just found out that he has nowhere to go for Thanksgiving. We've heard him word for word say he doesn't believe women should have property.
Notice what he does here. He tries to use an example of someone who believes that women should have no right to own property, which is such an extreme view. That's not a view that's held by those who voted for Trump. That's an extremist view along the lines of claiming women should not have the right to vote or drive, or they should be forced to wear something head to toe that doesn't allow them to dress how they want or expose their faces to the world. It's extremism. And to conflate that as an example of a Trump voter is such a sneaky, dishonest tactic. And notice just how he slips it in here.
The story from a mom with 2 daughters in college who are now refusing to go to any family gatherings because their grandmother and aunts, the mom's sisters, voted for Trump. One of my 2 daughters is lesbian. When my mother asked the 2 girls, they told my mom that they would no longer be attending any family functions, including Christmas and Thanksgiving. My mother tried to explain to my kids that their vote had nothing to do with them. My oldest explained that they exposed their character and they were raised to not engage with people that condone rape, lying, and cheating.
There's no excuse for this. At the end of the day, there's just no excuse. And to listen to people like this try and sell a story to help people that feel justified, who are destroying others' lives as well as their own in many cases, to try and sell them the story and make them feel like what they're doing is not only acceptable, but it's the noble thing to do.
I commend you for allowing your children to stand for their principles and for you having their backs. I think that
these people have no principles. These people serve no God. They serve their own God. They are their own God. And their principles will vary based on what the media tells them to believe, And, but yeah, this is insane. This is insane. It's disturbing. I wonder how many people think that about me. They think that I hate women. They think that I hate gay people. They think that I, all these things. That's very interesting. But what it is low key, kind of spooky, because you can see how I feel like there's this thing where it's they're going to try and tie they're gonna try and tie this all together with Christianity, right? Because Trump is like, clearly Christians like disproportionately they support Trump, and so like I feel like they're gonna use this as like a way to like frame Christians as like they're hateful and they're bigoted and evil, and it's gonna like build up this resentment of Christians inside a lot of these liberal people. But I'm not gonna finish this video. This is already long enough. But it's like, it's crazy that this is the world we live in, but it's all right, guys. It's all right. I'm a proud Trump supporter. I vote for him 10 more times. A lot of people think Trump is the Antichrist. That's like a new talking point that I've been seeing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. A lot of people are deceived, bro. A lot of people are deceived, but the truth will come out. But shout out Jesus. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that other stuff. Yeah.